Fundraising is an art and a science. Talking about money is deeply, deeply personal. Many people are extremely private about finances. Money triggers feelings and beliefs. It can be hard to talk about money for your donors, and talking about money can be difficult for fundraisers as well. In this short video, we'll discuss the fundraising fundamental 5 of making the ask. Number 1, how to show up so that you're your best self and you ensure a receptive audience. Number 2, what you need to know and what you need to bring to be prepared for success. Number 3, how to manage the clock and when to make the ask. Number 4, what to say, word for word. Number 5, how to close the meeting. Let's begin with how you show up. Being yourself promotes confidence. Try a power pose or a breathing exercise behind the scenes before the meeting starts. Make sure you lighten up. When you're your authentic self, you present a sense of calm and confidence. That puts your counterpart at ease as well. Be accountable. Tell your prospective donor why you're there. You can try something like this. Thanks so much for meeting with me, Sue. My plan for the hour we have together is to follow up on the details we discussed at our last meeting, update you on progress towards our shared vision, and then discuss how we might partner together to have the greatest impact. How does that sound to you? Once you get into the conversation and after you've shared relevant updates, you can ask for feedback and you may inquire about the interests and priorities of your counterpart. You can deepen the conversation with a high-value question like this. Sue, I know you care deeply about our mission and you want to see progress on this project. Tell me about a time when you saw your philanthropy have a great impact on our organization in the past. With such a question, you encourage your donor to think positively about your organization. At the same time, you're discovering how a successful relationship with this donor could be developed in the future. Number 2, what to bring? Well, obviously, bring anything you've promised or discussed in the past, such as impact report or interesting article. Additionally, you should bring your case for support and/or a solicitation letter that includes information about why your organization and why it's important and how specific funds would be used to advance the mission of this organization. Finally, make sure you have a gift documentation form or a pledge card to confirm the donation, if appropriate. Number 3, how to manage the clock. Assume you have 45 minutes with your donor, even if your meeting is scheduled for an hour. Start your meeting with some gentle icebreakers and warm-up conversation. Then move into telling your counterpart the plan for your time together. By that time, you'll likely have used 10 to 15 minutes of your meeting. Finally, make your solicitation when you have about 15 minutes left on the clock. This way, you'll be able to have reestablished rapport, covered critical elements of the case for support, and ultimately come to the resolution that your prospective donor can have an impact with philanthropic support. When you're transitioning into the time for the solicitation or the ask, say something like this. Now that we've discussed the impact of this project, I'd like to transition the conversation to how you can help. Is this a good time for that? Hopefully your prospect says yes, of course, and you'll move right into the ask. If not, resolve any resistance and try again. Number 4, what to say, word for word. In your preamble, use and listen for the use of unifying language like the words we and us. During your transition into the ask, summarize 1 to 3 benefits of the program that you're hoping to fund. Then go for the ask. Ask for a specific amount, purpose, and timeline of your gift. You will benefit from memorizing those lines. After the ask, remain silent. Be prepared to handle responses like yes, or not now, but maybe later, or yes, but not that much. Here's an example of how to make the ask. Sue, thank you so much for your longtime support of our annual fund. You've been an incredible part of our success by providing $10,000 each year. We've discussed over the next 5 years that we hope to double our number of students served through our new teaching model. And philanthropy is a critical element to that future. Would you be a lead donor with a $25,000 gift this year? and for the next 4 years for a total of $125,000? Then stop. Remain silent until she responds first. Finally, number 5, how to close the meeting. If your donor says yes, then just present her with the gift confirmation form or pledge card and ask her to review it then and there and sign it on the spot. If she doesn't say yes right away, tell her you don't need an answer today. Encourage her to take her time. Take her time over the next week to consider this extraordinary ask. Line up a follow-up meeting or phone call, that's fine too, then and there, and finalize that time of meeting to then discuss and finalize her decision. Lastly, be sure to thank your prospective donor for her time, candor, and consideration within about 12 hours of the meeting. A few more tips. It's very helpful to practice these conversations with peers. Remember, your prospect is meeting with you and she or he will know that there's a purpose for why they're meeting you. Stop analysis paralysis. You don't know what you don't know. So ask questions and listen carefully. And ultimately, just keep your focus on having conversations with your donor and moving the ball forward. Pick up the phone, send an email, maybe even send a text. Ultimately, fundraising is all about your commitment to the organization with a great mission. You should be proud to represent that organization, and your donors should be proud and happy to support this great cause too. Good luck.